So I'm going to fast forward you just a little bit, because among the many, if you look Sharoni Little up on social media, you'll see several YouTube videos of her, and one is a TEDx talk. And you're amazing in this talk. You tell this story called Corrective Lenses. Is that the name of it?
Mm-hmm.
Would you mind just telling us a condensed version of that story? Because it's so beautiful.
Sure. Well, I was happy to share with Pasadena women, and as I tried to think about what I can share from a research perspective, it kept coming back to me about my story as a mom. And when my boys, as I told you, I left Indiana, I was pregnant, I did not touch my dissertation for 5 years because I was at home with them for the first year, which I vaguely remember because it was bottles and diapers and bottles and breastfeeding 2 babies at one time.
Ooh.
And then I started working when they were 11 months old at USC. And so those 5 years just went by and it was a blur. And so when they sent me a letter saying, you have 1 year to finish this degree or you give it up. And because of my experiences, because of being the first black female in 10 years, and because of all of that, I was not going to leave my degree in Bloomington.
Right.
So as a working mom, my mom happened to be out of town, and they were like, we have to have a draft by this day or we cannot schedule it. So I said, I will go in. I did not have a sitter. I was going in on a Saturday to my office. My boys were about 5. And I took in Cheez-Its, Barney tape, everything. I said, I'll go in for a couple of hours. And so we went to my office, and my office is on the 4th floor, and there is no elevator. It's an old building. And so I went in, and about 3 or 4 hours in, I'm realizing I'm not even near finished. So I called their father, and I said, can you please come and get the boys? Imagine now, 5-year-old boys in a little office on a Saturday. I've done everything I know to do, and I'm trying to write and type and all of this. And so I said, please come and get the boys for me. I'm trying to do this. I have no one else. Mom is out of town. So he came and got them, and I've started, I'm writing. I'm thinking I have a 3 or 4 hour window, and 45 minutes later, I get a call. Okay, where do you want me to drop them off?
Oh, no.
And I'm like, excuse me? And he was like, where do you want me to drop them off? And so I said, okay, just bring them back to my office. And he brought them with their car seats up the 4 flights and dropped them off. And so I'm sitting there. He fed them and brought them back to me. And I'm sitting there, and long story short, nearly midnight is when I actually was wrapping up. So they had been asleep 2 or 3 times. They had run to the restroom. I had gone to get food, coming back. And as we were walking down the stairs, I had 2 car seats in my hand. I had their baby bag still, their bag with everything. The dissertation draft, and 2 little boys walking in front of me down 4 flights of stairs. I had scissors in my pocket because we were parked on a main street, and it was dark, and I was by myself.
Yeah.
So we walk, and I'm crying the whole time behind them. And we finally get to the car. We get home. I stop at Taco Bell and get some burritos, throw them in the shower, and then put them in the bed with me. And I just cried myself to sleep because I felt so horrible that they had been there all day, but I had no other choice.
Right.